Hi guys, another day, another story. Today we will talk about the midnight letters. So take a place and let's go. In a small coastal town named Willowbrook, there was an old bookstore that few people ever visited. The bookstore, Whispering Pages, was run by an enigmatic woman named Evelyn. She was a quiet figure, always found behind the counter with her silver-rimmed glasses perched on her nose, reading some ancient tome. The townspeople said she had been there for decades, though she never seemed to age. One rainy evening, a young man named Adrian stumbled into the bookstore, seeking refuge from the storm. He was new to Willowbrook, having just moved to the town for a job at the local library. As he wandered through the dimly lit aisles, he noticed a small, dust-covered book tucked away on a high shelf. Something about the book called to him, so he pulled it down and opened it. Inside, instead of printed pages, he found a collection of handwritten letters, each one dated over 100 years ago. The letters were from a man named Elias, who wrote to a woman named Amara. The letters were filled with passionate declarations of love, longing, and despair. But there was something odd. None of the letters were addressed, and there was no indication that they had ever been sent. Intrigued, Adrian took the book to Evelyn, who looked at it with a knowing smile. "You found something special," she said softly. "Those letters have a story that is not quite finished." Adrian asked if he could keep the book, and Evelyn agreed, with the condition that he return it once he had read every letter. That night, Adrian couldn't put the book down. He read letter after letter, feeling Elias's love for Amara grow stronger with each word. But there was something unsettling. Elias wrote of strange occurrences, of a curse that kept them apart, of time itself conspiring against their union. The last letter ended abruptly, with Elias promising to find a way to break the curse, no matter the cost. The next morning, Adrian returned to the bookstore, desperate to know more. Evelyn listened as he recounted the letters, then revealed a secret. Elias was real, and so was Amara, she said. They were star-crossed lovers, bound by a curse that prevented them from ever being together in the same time. Elias lived in the past, and Amara in the future. The letters you found were Elias's attempts to reach across time to his beloved. Adrian was stunned, but Evelyn continued. There is one final letter, hidden in the bookstore. It is said that if the right person finds it, the curse can be broken. Determined to help Elias and Amara, Adrian searched the bookstore from top to bottom. Days turned into weeks, and just as he was about to give up, he found it, a letter hidden inside an old clock. He opened it carefully and read the final words of Elias, who had found a way to transcend time. The letter was addressed to Adrian himself, asking him to deliver it to Amara, who was living in the town at that very moment, in a small cottage by the sea. Adrian followed the instructions in the letter, his heart pounding. When he reached the cottage, he found an elderly woman waiting for him. It was Amara, and as she read the letter, tears filled her eyes. "All these years," she whispered, "I've been waiting for him." In that moment, the air around them shimmered, and before Adrian's eyes, Amara transformed into a young woman, her beauty timeless and eternal. And then, Elias appeared, stepping out of the shadows, just as young and vibrant as his letters had described. The curse was broken, and the two lovers were finally reunited. Evelyn, watching from afar, smiled as she closed the bookstore for the last time. Her job was done. The midnight letters had found their way home, and the love that had been lost to time was now eternal. Adrian never saw Evelyn again, and the bookstore vanished as mysteriously as it had appeared. But every time he walked by where it once stood, he could feel the presence of Elias and Amara, their love lingering in the air, a reminder that even time cannot keep true love apart. And don't forget, you make your life, you make your story.